I noticed it on a night that felt too quiet. Not peaceful quiet, the kind that presses against your ears until you start imagining sounds just to break it. I was brushing my teeth, half asleep, staring at my reflection in the bathroom mirror, same as every night, same dull routine, same tired face staring back at me under flickering light. Then I blinked, and my reflection didn't. I froze. It wasn't dramatic. There was no sudden movement, no jump scare, just wrong. A delay, less than a second maybe, but enough. Enough to make my stomach drop. I leaned closer to the mirror, squinting. "Okay," I muttered, forcing a laugh. "You're just tired." My reflection leaned in too, perfectly synced. I exhaled slowly. See? Nothing. Just my imagination. I raised my hand. My reflection raised its hand. I tilted my head. It followed. Everything normal. I stood there for a few seconds longer, watching myself, daring something to happen. Nothing did, so I turned off the light and went to bed. I couldn't sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw that moment again, that tiny, impossible delay. It replayed in my head like a glitch in reality. Blink, stillness, then movement. I told myself it was nothing, but sometime after 2 a.m., I gave up trying to sleep. I went back to the bathroom. I don't know why. That's the part that bothers me the most. Something pulled me there. The light flickered on with a soft buzz. The mirror was exactly where it had always been. Of course it was. I stood in front of it again. For a while I just stared, waiting. "Move," I whispered. "Go on." My reflection didn't respond. Of course it didn't. I shook my head, embarrassed at myself. This was stupid. I turned to leave, and that's when I saw it. Out of the corner of my eye. Movement. I snapped my head back to the mirror. My reflection was already looking at me. Too quickly. I hadn't fully turned yet. I knew I hadn't. But there it was, perfectly facing me, waiting. My heart started pounding. "No," I said under my breath. "No, no." I lifted my hand again, slowly this time. My reflection didn't move. It just watched me. A faint smile began to spread across its face. I don't smile like that. Not like that. Too wide, too sharp, like it was learning how. "Stop," I whispered. The reflection tilted its head, not copying me, studying me. Then, very slowly, it raised its hand. I hadn't moved yet, not this time. I swear I hadn't, but it did first. The fingers twitched, bending at unnatural angles, like they were testing joints that didn't quite fit. I stumbled backward, and only then did my real hand jerk up, as if something had pulled it. I gasped, "No!" The reflection stepped closer to the glass. I couldn't, but there it was, closer than I was, its face pressing toward the surface, eyes wide with something that looked a lot like excitement. "Your turn," it mouthed. No sound, just lips moving. My body moved without me. One step forward. I tried to stop. I couldn't. Another step. The distance between me and the mirror shrank. But the reflection, it was already there, waiting. His hand pressed flat against the glass. My hand lifted, not by choice, not anymore. When our palms met, the surface wasn't solid. It gave, like water. Cold flooded through my skin, crawling up my arm. I screamed, trying to pull back, but something on the other side pulled harder. The reflection's smile widened, and then it stepped out. I don't remember falling. I don't remember hitting the floor. I just remember the feeling of being watched from inside the mirror. I can still see the bathroom, still see the light flickering, still see myself walking around, living, smiling at nothing. Sometimes it comes back, stands in front of the mirror, looks directly at me, and waits. Last night, it raised its hand before I did.
Horror X Time.
The first time it happened, I thought nothing of it. People toss and turn in their sleep. It's normal. I went to bed facing the wall. I remember that clearly because I always sleep that way, back to the room, face to the wall. It makes me feel safer, like whatever's out there can't see my face. But when I woke up, I was facing the room, flat on my back, eyes open. I didn't remember turning over. The second night, I paid attention. I lay down carefully, deliberately facing the wall. I even pressed myself closer to it than usual, like that would somehow anchor me in place. I told myself I was being paranoid. Still, before closing my eyes, I whispered, "Don't move." I don't know why I said it. I woke up sometime in the middle of the night, facing the room. Again. This time, my heart started racing, because I hadn't just turned onto my back. I was perfectly aligned, centered on the bed, like someone had adjusted me. I sat up quickly and turned on the lamp. Nothing. Just my room. My door was closed. My chair was where I left it. My phone sat on the nightstand, untouched. Everything normal. Except me. The third night, I set up my phone to record. "If I'm moving in my sleep," I muttered, "I'll see it." I placed it on the dresser, angled perfectly at the bed. Then I lay down, facing the wall. I didn't sleep easily. When I woke up, I already knew. Cold air hit my face. Open space. I was facing the room again. I didn't move right away. I just stared. Something felt off. Not just the position. The room itself felt different. Too still. Too quiet. Like it was waiting. I grabbed my phone with shaky hands and opened the recording. The video started normally. There I was, lying still, facing the wall. Minutes passed. Nothing. Then, at exactly 2:13 a.m., I sat up, slowly. But I wasn't awake. My eyes were open, wide, but empty. I watched myself on the screen as I turned. Not rolled, not shifted. Turned. Like something repositioning an object. My body moved stiffly, unnaturally, until I was lying flat on my back, facing the camera, facing the room. I felt sick, but the video wasn't over. After I lay still for a few seconds, I smiled. A slow, creeping smile. The kind that doesn't belong to someone asleep or human. And then I spoke. I can see you now. The voice wasn't mine. It was deeper, wrong, like it was coming from somewhere inside me, but not me. The video ended a few minutes later, with me still staring directly into the camera, not blinking. I didn't sleep that night, or the next, but eventually your body forces you. Last night I tried something different. I pushed my bed against the wall so there was no space behind me, no way to turn without hitting something, no way to face the room. I fell asleep like that, certain, safe. And then I woke up, facing the room. But that's not the worst part. The worst part is, my bed hadn't moved. I had. Now, I don't sleep anymore, because I'm starting to understand something. It's not that I'm turning in my sleep. It's that something wants me to face it. And tonight, I think it's finally close enough.